Anne's a wagon girl. She's always loved wagons, always had station wagons, but was fascinated by the Nomad when the first time that she saw it on Home Improvements, and talked about it all the time. And we sort of talked about it as a couple too, that wouldn't that be fun to have a classic car like a Nomad? And of course the 56 was just special because that's the year that I was born.
I've always liked wagons, and I just think the Nomad, when I seen it on Home Improvements, is such a classy looking car. And it'd be cool to have a wagon as well as something nice and cool to drive. So it caught my eye when I first seen it on the show, and it was like, oh, that's the car I like, that's the car I want.
We've been married now for 25 years, and she's just been an amazing wife, and I just felt like her 50th birthday was perhaps the best time to surprise her with something like that. My search started probably 2 years in advance in 2012. Things got really tight in 2013 as we got towards the fall, and I realized that we were winding into 6 months from birthday time and still hadn't found one. So talked to a friend of mine. He was going down to a car show and a swap meet, and I said to him, if you see a Nomad down there, just give me a call. I'll do whatever I have to. I'll wire you down some money, but I need to secure one. We need to get one, and it needs to be a daily driver, and it needs to be restored. We don't have time to restore a vehicle. I ran into him about a week later. Said, I didn't hear from you. What happened? He said, well, Nomads are getting really rare. I didn't see any down there, but he said, coincidentally, I ran into a fellow from Trenton down there who says he knows a guy in Trenton that's got one for sale. So I grew up in Carrying Place, so I thought, well, this is kind of unique that that car's there. We're halfway out to Carrying Place. I'm peppering him with all kinds of questions about the car, what work's been done to it, so forth. And he says to me, I do all the doc's work. And I said, Doc? Is he a doctor? And he said, yeah, he is. I said, would that be Dr. Cook? And he said, yeah, Doc Cook. I said, well, isn't that amazing? I said, he's my family doctor. So, we went and looked at the car, fell in love with the car. It was everything that we wanted it to be.
That's what I got. I got a 56 Nomad for my 50th birthday.
We bought it just that day. It was a done deal.
I had no idea. My husband came in and gave me this little key, and it was like, he goes, happy birthday. And I looked at it like, what's that for?
I said, well, it's outside. You better go out and have a look. I was just elated because it was such a surprise. And none of my family knew. I hadn't told no one except the people that needed to work on the car. So it was gratifying to know that I was able to keep it a secret for 6 months, be able to jump all the hoops to make it happen, and that, number one, she was just elated with the car. And I think what really got to her heartstrings was the fact that the graphics on the car.
So all 3 of the dogs were on there, which is beautiful because we do take them to the Dairy Queen and take them for rides. So it's not just us going in, it's the dogs as well. So that was a special touch.
The fact that it was her 50th birthday, but it's because she's such a special person to me.
Really had no idea at all, but when I walked outside and I saw that car, it was special, very special. He's a good man.
I needed to show her and demonstrate to her just how much that she meant to me, that I really wanted to surprise her and just wanted that vehicle. I knew that she'd fall in love with it, but it was about us being able to do the family things together. So it's just a perfect fit for that. It's our ability to be able to get out, go out with the car, and take the dog, just go for even short, just to the Dairy Queen. It's just enough to, brings us all close together.